If they're coming in for the Yolashmas.
Your microphone working, by the way?
Hello.
Hello, princess.
Hello, princess.
Shorter than Lisa. No! The point of being able to like get taller if I can't actively be taller than Lisa, you know? You know?
Taller.
What do you mean?
We're done rowing. We are past the.
What? No. I can keep growing. Draw a hello, by the way.
Oh my god. Ah, we're gonna say hi. We're gonna say hi, but we're gonna say hi properly.
Do you want to be the first one to like draw, or then I mean like later when we start?
Just make the doodle.
Okay, guys, we are like as you guys can see, we are completely disorganized right now, but we have a plan. Don't worry, guys. Why are you drawing glasses on Muggy? Oh God, it was Ash all along. It was Ash all along. I hope the music doesn't get like this is Persona music. I was playing cards last night in Persona 5 Royale. That's what we're gonna use as the the thing now. Okay, wait.
Okay. My fault. What did I do? What did I do?
Hell! Oh wait, god damn it! Hello and welcome to the Coffee Cafe, where we don't serve coffee, we serve Lisa as a raccoon. Zell's out here, so I'm Z.
Help me! Help! I'm here!
Wait, where is Lisa?
I'm here! Oh my god, the timing.
There you go. Okay, so welcome to our impromptu stream of learning how to draw the Ghibli art style. Because, you know, why not? Above over here is Persona 5, my playthrough. If you guys see a name, no you don't.
These should become around. Oh my god, hi human!
Hello, who is here? Say the highs and hellos. Actually, I should probably check if the game has my name. I forgot what my name is here.
How charming. Shall we
I'm here.
This might get tricky.
It's not. Luckily enough.
Okay.
It'll be a little annoying because like you will be hearing
What's the holdup?
Alright, let's say hi, hello. Oh, are the
Yeah, I'm setting up the cubes. I forgot.
Numbers are good.
You know what? I'm gonna turn off Persona 5. Yeah, that is very distracting.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, hi, hello, everyone.
Pretty hard there.
Okay.
Hi.
Okay. Hi. Hello. Okay.
Snack is here. Hi. Let's fuck among and burger.
Yeah, we're going to our usual one, guys. We're going to our
Not
usual
gamer
one.
boy. Woman. Jason. Milk. Butter. I know you went sleeping.
I think we're good. We're good. I'm gonna give you guys some ads.
Woman. This is such a timing was planning to art style. Hey.
Hey, well now we are actually learning the Ghibli art style because you know for no specific reason whatsoever. So welcome to us trying to learn the Ghibli art style. We'll actually also be teaching you guys how to like how we tend to study art styles when it comes to like you know studio work or client work this type of stuff, you know, from the industry kind of thing. So if you guys want to study an art style specifically, This is a great way to learn. Just a disclaimer, though. Just a disclaimer. If you guys do want to participate in this, I fully encouraging it. Okay, fully encouraging it. But we do also recommend that you guys at least have some basic understanding of anatomy, just so you guys can properly grasp how things work, essentially. So yeah. Anyways, without further ado, welcome to the Ghibli art stream. We are going to be showcasing a bunch of techniques here. First and foremost, god damn it, how do we start learning the Ghibli art style? That is the number one question we're all looking for, right? Yeah. Yeah, we switched because the cards were kind of distracting. Not gonna lie. So yeah, we're back to Suika. Okay, so do you want to learn? No, do you want to like teach first, or
I know you have like the like. Otherwise, I can't.
Okay, so one of the first things we do, guys. Okay, one of the first things we do is go to our handy dandy.
Oh, we don't have our like.
Yeah, we don't have another tablet. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. I'm loading up stuff as well. So one of the first things we do is literally go to Google. I am not fucking around with you guys. We go to Google. Why? Because that is like the very basic thing you need to do when you're looking for resources. Hello, the Grim One. Okay, there we go. Okay, there you guys are. There you guys are. Ooh. We can make this a two-parter. This might be a little hard to do now because, like, that takes a lot more stuff to like what's it called to prepare. Anyways, so first of all, let me show you guys what I'm doing, okay? Okay. No, don't fucking show everything. Don't what the fuck? Okay. Where is it? Okay, so
contain all of it in one box.
So here, okay, that is hopefully not revealing anything that is personal, but so the first thing we do is look for resources. You can do this with anything practically. Like say you want Scooby-Doo, right? Scooby-Doo. If you want to learn the Scooby-Doo characters, like character design, right? Just search up character sheet. It's that easy. It's that easy to learn. The best things to use are the turnaround specifically, like this one. Shaggy, all poses, that kind of thing. Here's Scooby, all poses, like, like you're turning him around, right? We're not here to learn Scooby-Doo yet, but that'd be fun to do. But we're here to do Ghibli style. So first and foremost, what we see here is a lot of Spirited Away stuff. Why? Because Spirited Away is very popular. So since right now what we're planning to do is we're planning to convert Ash into a Ghibli character. Why? You guys should go to Discord to see why. It's fun there right
also,
now.
For those
Oh right. Okay.
I'm wondering if this thing. Funnily enough, no, it's not.
The April Fool's prank is currently going on in the Discord. So yeah.
And yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah. So yeah, these are like Google is a great source. You can find a lot of different character sheets. Like this is how we learn different different art styles. This is how we also incorporate different art styles into our work. So yeah, like okay. So first of all, we gotta look for a character that kind of matches Ash's build first and foremost, right? Uh, let's see Ponyo, because one of my favorite Ghibli films is Ponyo.
No.
That looks like Ash.
When I'm not alone. I take it that you go for
The
this
chaos, yes.
the chaos.
I don't see any turnarounds, but well, let's just go with this, I guess. Since
How about actually?
we can use this one, like for the.
So-
Oh,
yeah.
nope. Oh, okay. Let's see. Cat
that's also another-
returns.
Girl, there's so much on Discord. I can't keep up with all that.
Okay. I'm pretty sure this is not what Lisa meant, but I'm gonna take it anyway. Oh,
Like,
beautiful!
face.
Perfect!
Yay.
Perfect! Okay. Perfect. Okay. So, with that in mind, okay, let's go back to... we're gonna remove this. Go back to the can... Why is... What is going on? Who is on the
Who is
canvas
up there?
right now? Why are you in the canvas right now? Shifter! Shifter, what are you doing up there? Wait,
It's not me!
I can't even...
I haven't even done spoil this earlier. The pictures changed.
There
I
you
know
go.
what's happening.
Okay, so...
We can like size down just a tad.
Which one?
The effort.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, dude. I'm just hanging around.
Okay, so what's it called? I'm gonna be Ash. Ash, goodbye, Ash.
For Ash is not the.
Okay, we're gonna place this here. Okay, so turn on your game. Oh, so you can Lisa can play. So one of the first things like we do, and the credit for this method goes to BAM Animation. Like we did something similar before we learned about this back in the studio, but this one's actually the best way to do it. Like we got this from BAM Animation, so you guys can get a better understanding of from them as well. So yeah.
I don't know how to tell you this, woman. Check the Discord on what Ash is.
Okay, so the very first thing you want to do, okay? The very first thing you want to do, or the very first thing I tend to do, is try to match the line width. I try to match the line width because like that'd be easier for you to like draw on, right?
Okay. E, got a question. Which canvas? Always want to.
I zoom in. I personally zoom in. It's mostly training. It's better for you to start drawing small. Like it's called thumbnailing. What I like to do is I start big and then zoom in.
Hi, Snack.
Hello. So essentially, what we do is like, say, you want to draw something. I tend to like make things small, like like get that basic pose first, essentially that kind of deal, before or getting to the finer details. So like I like that, right? Like that, and then that's when I zoom in afterwards to add details and all that, and then like just keep refining Baba, that kind of stuff, right?
Yes! Like the traditional one.
We literally, as I was setting up, I saw it. It was really cool. It was really cool.
It's so cool.
Anyway, so I'm gonna try working with 6 as my pen size right now. What do we want to do first? First of all, we want to break down the shapes, okay? This is why shapes is important, right? Want to break down the shapes to get the anatomy, okay? This might be a little hard to see for you guys since it's blue. Maybe I can turn this red. Also, Clip Studio Paint, sponsor us. We're using Clip Studio Paint right now.
Used it forever.
Okay,
Hello.
so I'm gonna turn it red. That kind of stuff. You see, it's when you're going for finer details, it's easier to like zoom in. Okay.
I can't actually see what Z's doing.
Right. So what I'm doing right now is I'm breaking down the basic shapes. Not just in terms of what's it called, in terms of like just facial structures, but I also like head structures, but also like follow the nose to the chin, follow the middle of the head over here, right? Get a little bit of that curvature going for the nose. That's how you get the basic head shape. Point of the eye, like lower point of the eye, lower point of the eye. Feel where the ear is, because like, you know, like here's the ear, right? That kind of stuff. That's how you get the eye line.
Yeah. Also, Clip Studio Paint is what you call it? It does drawing somewhere similar. But you, but like Medivang, but remember what did it start?
Manga Studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Popular in Japan back when rebranded. Does a lot of updates. I'd say it's what you call it?
The only disadvantage of Clip Studio Paint is it's not free.
Yeah.
We even tried to
that's
get you guys a code for like it being like, you know, cheaper, but like we're very confused about that process. But yeah, like okay, so right now I'm trying to follow, like it's essentially deconstructing her body into the basic shapes, okay? Like a lot of these lines are more implied on the actual character. This is like, you know, like kind of the illusion of volume and a 2D in a 2D figure, right? So you just have to like, this is why you may need some knowledge of anatomy, because like notice how I'm drawing the hips here, right? This is like, it seems like it's coming from out of nowhere, but this is just like from understanding anatomy, I can kind of estimate where the hips are from just knowing how long the leg is. That's one, and how long the torso should be.
Yeah, we use a drawing tablet. Used drawing tablets for like a long time, so we're fairly used to it. So I admire anyone who can like use their software. I find it really hard to like.
If you guys are doing this on paper, my recommendation is one, get 2 pieces of paper, one of which has the reference that you want, so print it out. 2, layer the blank piece of paper on top of the reference. Go to a window or like a TV and make sure that it's bright so that the sheet behind it kind of gets like shown in front of the paper that you're working on, and then work through that.
So apparently, I heard how if this thing for updates, I can now turn C's face into a brush.
What? Why though?
Happens like... Actually, regardless of whatever software, it has as long as it's the basics.
Yeah, remember guys, like you don't need fancy equipment or fancy what's it called? Fancy software in order to be a good artist. All you really need is patience and practice. No softwares. No equipment. As long as you have like you know, like bare minimum something to draw on and to draw with.
Okay. In a cave. Okay. But
remember, our ancestors drew with their fingers and blood.
Say berries and stuff.
No, it's blood, right?
But I was trying to be all nice about it.
Okay.
Cool, alright. it's all yeah. It's really also about the user. Like, oh, how the fuck did I get here? Distracted me.
Okay, so
Also, hi guys.
hello guys. So this is what I have so far, right? This is a very simple breakdown of the character's design, right? Now notice what I'm doing right now. I'm adding like
Oh,
implications of some sort of like form, in the form of cylinders.
ooh. Wait. Element of art and principles. From my college. Alright.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wing Canvas is good. I've heard of them before. They're really good. They're a really good resource. Okay, like notice how I'm starting with balls and sockets, right? And balls and cylinders. Sorry. So essentially, when you draw joints, it's best to draw them as like circles, so that you know how the cylinders operate. Because cylinders they can be used as a lot of things. Okay, like an arm. When you want to draw an arm, you draw a cylinder like this. You put a ball over here to indicate where the shoulder's gonna be. Draw another ball over here for the elbow, that kind of thing. And then draw another cylinder, right? That doesn't look like an arm. Here's the wrist. That doesn't look like an arm right now. However, if you render it a little bit, okay, like let's turn this off for now. Let's erase this ball over here because that was confusing. Why did I
Also,
draw the example here?
alright. Side note one. Butter says fingering is the very first art style.
Yes, yes it is.
Goddamn.
Okay.
Talk along is asking, do you guys ever have to draw?
Yes, I drew a lot of nude art in college for class specifically. Um, you think it's funny, haha, at the start because like it's they're naked.
I got
Nice.
that so quickly. Go fuck yourself.
Anyways, so like you think it's a funny haha, they're naked, that kind of thing. One, we were threatened to be kicked out if we were to laugh or make inappropriate jokes because yes, the nude artists are like people as well. And two, like we need to show them respect, bare minimum.
Hi, Sal.
Hello Zol. Like we have to respect them, that kind of stuff. And like it is kind of a strange job to do, and like pointing out the obvious isn't really gonna help there. And three, you're not really gonna learn anything if you're gonna be immature. I learned quite a lot from new drawing. Anyways, going back to this. What was I talking about? Right. Okay. So how do I turn this into an arm? Through rendering. Um, Rendering is like a term I use very loosely. It's essentially just it's kind of like sculpting. When you sculpt an arm, you start with little cylinders and little balls, and then you stick them together, and then you shape them using your fingertips or using little tools, right? It's the same with drawing. When you're drawing a shoulder, an arm, you can use the same ball joints like this, but manipulate the cylinders to match what an arm looks like. So you can add a little bit of muscle definition here, right? Like it's not perfectly curved. There's a little bit of an S curve here, right? This one will get a C curve. Note S curves, C curves, that kind of stuff. SCI. Those are your basic tools for like any type of work with lines. There's also Z. We don't talk about Z because like Z is very specific. But yeah, for something organic, you tend to stick with CSI. Just think about CSI Miami, okay? So here, this is a C curve, this is an S curve, like a reverse one. With the forearm, you can also see that it's a little thinner where the wrist is compared to where the elbow is, that kind of stuff. So As you see, there's an S here, there's a reverse C here, and then the wrist. Notice how the wrist ball gets smaller, right? That kind of stuff. And that's how you render an arm from a basic tube set. Now, as you can see here, this is a mixture of a little bit of render because we are whoa, Ash, we are
Oh,
breaking this art down, like the character here down into like the basic shapes. Now, why are we doing that? It's going to be very important to do this in order to understand the Ghibli anatomy. Okay. Now, again, notice when I drew the tubes and cylinders and balls, all that, they're already a little bit rendered because we're breaking it down from the actual art style. Pro tip here: make sure to keep it as light and clean as possible so you can actually understand what you're doing here. Because like you can scratch as much stuff on it as possible. You're not going to be able to understand that later on.
ito to na because I don't have a GP.
Ah, that sucks.
Yes, Mr. Bean taught me just use clay to make the bikini. Remember that episode? Goddamn.
Yeah. Anyway, so like whatever needs to be rendered more, just you gotta just render it a bit more. Whatever needs like the ball joints, like make sure to add the ball joints as little balls. If you guys notice me adding X's, T's and X's, that's more for the framing. This is helpful regardless of what art style you're doing. For people who are trying to learn their own art style or anatomy, take note. Because this will help you figure out where details are on the body, because you figure out where the middle of the body is. Like, essentially, what I'm drawing right now is the middle of the chest, okay? And then here is the belly button. How would I know that? It's not on the art itself, right? But I look at the details of the actual shirt very carefully to see that, yes, the top of the body here, like, I'm not looking at the bow, I'm looking at where the collar meets, like the triangular point over here. Let me just, because it's a little dark here. Where the triangle meets here. Why is that? Because that touches the actual neck, right? That tells me that that should be roughly where the middle of the neck is on the bottom here, right? I'm also using the chin as a guide here. It can't this only because she's looking semi-forward, so like that's how you determine where the middle point of the neck is. It can be a little skewed depending on where the head is angled, but I'm gonna turn away from Lisa. She's distracting me. Likewise, this point over here. If you notice this, I'm using these as a guide to figure out where her body is. Knowing anatomy, this should be, guys, do not be weird. This is where her breasts should be, like roughly here, right? This is just from knowing anatomy, guys, okay? So knowing that, the midpoint of the body should be like this, right? Now, why is that important? It's just let's just render this a little bit more, adding a cylinder here. Again, another pro tip. Most torsos can be broken down. This is something I got from our studio. Can be broken down into a cylinder like this, and then a cylinder like this. This is a basic male cylinder, and then you put like the midpoint of that becomes like the middle of the pecs, and the abs are essentially where the middle point meets the actual secondary cylinder, and then just straight down for obvious reasons. Um, How do we get a torso from this? This is also kind of an anatomy class here. How do we get a torso here? This becomes kind of where the ball sockets go. So this is the armpit area. You draw like these become the pecs. Okay, this becomes the side of the. What's this called? What's this called? Where you tickle?
So,
Is this the waist?
The waist.
Because I thought this is the waist. No, this is the hip.
Yeah.
So
Waist.
you can connect these sides to be the waist,
I
right?
love that like we both have an understanding of anatomy enough, but then you name it, it's like, what the fuck is this?
I'm getting nervous because I don't have to I don't necessarily have to explain the process a lot when we work, but explaining it's a little different. Okay, so anyway, so drawing the pecs down here, that kind of stuff. Um, Note the Dorito line is a little triangle that comes from the points here where the end of the tube is, right? If you guys know what the Dorito is, right? And then you essentially just connect these points here. Notice that they don't actually touch here. Leave a little bit of leeway here. What happened? If this looks like shit, by the way, guys, one, I'm very nervous. Two, I normally draw cartoony. I haven't drawn really anatomically correct people in a long, long time. Also, don't forget the nipples, that kind of stuff, and then I'm gonna give him underwear here, just so, showcase. But yeah, if I turn off the reference, that's a basic chest, right? And then just add add a neck here, that kind of stuff. Looks like shit, but it works, right? That is the basic fundamentals of learning anatomy or learning art in general. It looks like shit, and that's okay. Why? Because we all start from shit. Okay? Even I, when it comes to sketching, my sketches look like shit. Fully admit that. But I make up for it through rendering, through line art, through color, through references, that kind of stuff. I take the effort, I take the time, I take the patience in order to actually draw properly. I don't use any type of software or anything to help me fix certain things. There are some tools here to adjust certain parts of the image, that kind of stuff, but I don't let a computer dictate my creativity. That's for no specific reason, I'm just saying. Another way you can render this, side note, just so you guys can see how effective this is. In the cartoony style, you can do this.
It sounded funny for a sec. We all come from shit, and now we've grown to I am Groot.
I am Groot, yes.
And BBQ.
Eventually, we were planning on doing it this weekend, but your parents are coming.
My parents.
Lisa's parents are coming, so
Say
we're.
hi to my parents when I'll tell them you said hi when I meet them. Buddy. Everybody. Say hi to my mom. Or I actually tell her hi. Fun.
So yeah. Anyway, so
Is there a process of drying the final?
it can be, but for me, I just use rendering sparingly in terms of the sketching part. It's imagine you're sculpting shapes from clay into into what they need to look like. Rendering essentially is just the process of getting it from one point to the other. And when I say rendering, it it really is just getting from either the sketch to what I call the second sketch, which is a little like where the details are already there. Um, or from that point to the actual cleanup, like line art is clean, colors blocked, that kind of stuff. Or from that point to lighting and everything, the process of rendering is the art itself, essentially, like you doing the thing. It's kind of like it's the thing that defines art, like you making the art. You render the art, therefore you made the art, right? So if anything else were to render the art, say something with a processor renders the art, right? It's no longer you doing the art, it's something else doing the art because else that's rendering, not you, right? Legal reasons, this isn't a statement. Okay, I'm just saying.
Those reasons.
Anyway, so can I say where I learned this? Like, legally, can I say like where I got this from? Because I'm slowly drawing him.
Perchance.
Actually, did we sign an NDA for that one?
Early on. I know I did. So I guess it's that if you were a batch before me.
Okay. So I can't say where I learned how to draw this. But let's just say it's a little easier for me to learn it to kind of vaguely draw it from memory. Anyways, before I get sued. So we can do the same thing here, right?
Also, Snake, if you fit into our trust with our skills, we'll fit in 5.
Yes.
Whatever it's gonna be.
So with this, you can kind of break down where the cylinder is here, right? Like this. I like to put like a little semicircle with like kind of what's it called? With like groin, I guess, to indicate where the legs are. This is probably much. Yes, it's much higher than.
Are you trying? Mostly because I can only see the preview, like a little late.
I'm just showcasing how the tubes like could work. Bristles are very long.
They're very.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, what I'm doing here is I'm actually trying to figure out like how the different elements of the body works. Okay. So, to be a little bit more precise, this is how it it could look like. Again, there's a lot of negative space here that kind of makes it hard to determine what exactly the anatomy is. This is the reason why knowing anatomy is kind of helpful on this stage. Okay, notice that this is the cylinder I was telling you guys about. Okay. Notice how I'm drawing balls here as well. It's also
Lisa, I couldn't hear it. Alright, hold on, I had already forgotten what I said as well. That is a long torso and big by long skirt look like a mid.
It's weird, right? Like, they look normal until you actually study it. Like, it's so odd. Like, one of the references that we use for the Koffeine art style, and you know, we're open about this, is panty and stocking, right? You think panty and stocking, they look a little long because of the way they're drawn, but they're really short. They're so tiny. It's very bizarre. Another reference that we use is Mystery Incorporated, like Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated in terms of like character design as well. Like we take influences from both of them. They're really long. They're really long. Like they look normal because you know you watch them, that kind of thing. You don't really think about it. But when you actually study it, you realize how long certain characters are. Anyway, so this is breakdown of like the character, right? Uh, are you understanding like the process so far? Because like I feel kind of bad that I'm kind of mumbling right now. Like guys, show of hands if you guys actually understand what I'm doing here.
And if you guys have any questions,
If you guys have any questions or if you guys want any clarifications, let us know.
the art layers are be or the facial. It's like a mix of all of them.
It's a mix of all of them. If you notice, again, from just breaking this down, this looks like a bionicle.
Not bionicle.
I just realized what it looked like. No, it's very long. Very long. It's like the anatomy itself is very long. Cause like I can draw something. Okay, like for example, okay, I can draw something similar to this. Let's try. Okay, I'm just eyeing this. This is another way to actually learn. I don't recommend this method, mostly because it's a little harder to do. But I'm just eyeing this right now. Okay.
Let's hear. There are feet on the street. Okay. Here.
Okay. So I'm just kind of
surprised with how Ghibli anatomy could be like different. But like I get you though. Like there is a lot more emphasis. Like say, at least for what we see on facial, what you call it, and yeah, what you call them, line work.
yeah. Also, notice what I'm doing here. I'm just using the basic CSI, right?
Breakdown analysis.
The basic CSI rules, and I'm just estimating which needs to be an S or C in this case. Another C, C. It's mostly C's. That kind of thing, and incorporating it here, right? This is an example, by the way, guys, just so you know. Mostly because like I want to like show you guys why the Ghibli art style isn't just in the facial features.
Sure. Layers.
Their eyes are actually much smaller than I anticipated.
Or aren't they? Saying hi.
Hello. Oh, thank you, thank you. You mean this one? This one is the actual Ghibli art. This one is just my crappy version. And it's okay to call your art crap. Okay, give yourself credit, definitely. Like, when you guys are drawing, give yourselves credit. It's much better than you guys think it looks, that kind of thing, right? But you guys can also, like, you guys can also shit on yourself. Like, you know, all in good fun. All in good fun.
Have fun. Fucking hell.
Also, this is an advantage of drawing on digital canvas. You guys can, like, what's it called? You guys can flip the canvas to see if something's wrong. I actually don't have to flip the canvas. Like, a lot of people say, oh, flip your canvas so you can see, oh, what's wrong, that kind of thing. I don't work on like on the same side all the time, mostly because like it's hard for me to draw on certain angles. I actually have to like flip a lot. So yeah, as you see there, that looks a little off, right? Let me fix this eye, because holy crap, that looked horrible. I recommended the way to actually study the facial features is to actually trace it. As you guys can see, like I traced the body earlier, but I didn't trace it and claimed it as my own art. I traced it to understand where to place certain things. Right. I I use my knowledge of anatomy. I'm using my knowledge of facial structure here in order to determine where certain elements will go. Like notice how I'm drawing like a basic hairline here, right?
Daisy, he has a surprise. Just 10 seconds of your time. Oh, brother.
Okay.
Okay. That is a drawing.
Okay.
And now, there's the.
Oh god.
This is fantastic. I heard someone talking about CSI. The only thing that came to mind was CSI. Abby.
That's actually how I remember the term CSI. A lot of people say SCI or ICS, that kind of thing. I call it CSI, mostly because of the show.
Also, yeah, criticize yourself, but don't shit on yourself. That doesn't sound healthy. Yeah, like I kind of get like different.
Yeah.
Like, don't be too hard.
Okay. So yeah, as you guys can see, this already kind of vaguely looks like what's her name? The character from like this character from the Cat Returns, because I don't remember the Cat Returns as much as
I don't remember her. I want to be her.
Do you guys remember her name? I actually don't like. I actually don't remember the Cat Returns as much as the other Ghibli movies. I don't. Uh, I don't know a lot of Ghibli movies. Because like I didn't really have access to them as a kid.
Don't shit on yourself.
Ah. So anyway, so this is my poor attempt to try replicating what's called a Ghibli art style from just reference, like just staring at it. Right? Again, this is a legitimate way to learn the art style. However, as you guys can see, it's not as accurate as I want it to be, especially on a professional level. But you guys don't need to be professional. Hello, there's food. Yeah. So that's actually not too bad. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not too bad. Right? Like this. Like, it's definitely a little too fat on the face. A little too squished, but it works, right? Now, this is the reason why I say, the body is also important. Okay?
Haru! Goddamn it.
Haru. Okay, so I've been looking into like another show for reference. You guys tell me what it is, like for reference on like art style and all of that. You guys let me know just by what you see here, what show I'm talking about. Okay. I've drawn this so many times. I'm actually surprised I can kind of get it like on the first try.
Fun fact, you should.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Like like this is just for an example actually. I can go back and fix this. But I want to show you guys why learning the body as well is also fair and important. Because this already looks really cursed.
this is so.
You guys know this art style? You guys know this art style? You guys know this art style? Like, let me know if you guys know this, okay?
Honestly, there are so many E's in Koffeine and lesbian. My point is, we should forfeit all our possessions to E. Fair enough. There's a lot of it.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Panty and stocking art style.
Yes.
There it is.
Like,
So
panty and
cursed!
stocking is one of the things that I use to. You see what I mean? That's why it's cursed. You see, like, you need to, like, learn the body anatomy and learn to, like, make it look right as well. And that's what we're doing right now. Over here. This looks like an animatronic. Like, you know, like, think about it as trying to build the wireframe inside the what's called the endoskeleton within uh within an animatronic. Now, why is that? So that you can get the proportions right. What can we do with this now? What can we do with this now? What I like to do after getting to this point, notice how I didn't draw the arms. The arms are crossing through the body. It's a little hard to see. So we're gonna leave them for a little later. Like, we have a reference for how long the arm is thanks to this part of the arm, right? Like, thanks to this arm right there. So we're gonna leave that for later. But now that we have this and this, right? We can do. What we can do is.
Lesbian, my favorite members of the family. Me too.
What we can do is, if you guys have the mirror tool, this will be a lot easier. But I like to use the mirror tool just to make things a little easier on myself here. Again, tools are okay as long as you're still the one rendering, right? It's part of the rendering process, right? Right, guys, right? You feel me? You feel me, guys? Let me know in chat if you guys can feel me. Okay. What we're doing right now is trying to figure out a way to like make a front view, okay? Now, why are we making a front view? Can you guys guess why? Can you guys guess why?
Oh, Mel cousins. They're Ghibli.
Really? Really? Okay, like, honestly, guys, what's your favorite Ghibli movie?
Like, if you were to recommend one.
If you were to recommend, like, a good, like, your favorite one, or, like, what you think is a good way to start in Ghibli film, like, watching Ghibli films, what do you guys want? Like, what would you guys recommend?
If you're interested, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so...
What's going on? Zell, I can feel Z inside me. What the fuck? What?
Not in public here. Not in public here.
What happened? What happened? Oh. Delivery service? That's a cute one.
I haven't watched Kiki's Delivery Service, actually.
I haven't seen it. Very conscious.
Okay.
It is silly.
Notice how I'm, like, I'm kind of trying to, like, trying to make her physically look forward to us, okay? I'm already jumping ahead to, like, kind of rendering the body using the frame here, right? Just so that I have, like, this is more so that I can, get a cleaner idea of what I need, essentially, for when we draw Ash, okay?
Butter, me too, Zell. Milk, Zell, take me out here. It's suffocate.
Like, notice how I'm just sketching out a bunch of lines here. This is what I call the wireframe. This will help me, like later down the line. Like, say I want to draw, like, a collar. I know where to put a collar because I know how collars work. When the two sides of the button things like meet, they will form a triangle kind of fold around your neck, and the point itself meets in the middle, right? So I can kind of guesstimate where to place everything here. That, thanks to these lines, I can also use this um, to draw the tie base roughly around the center of the body. And like using this here, just to erase it again, just because I didn't finish the line. But you guys can see I already know where to place the tie. Like it's not going here, it's not going here, it's down the center, right? Like adding like details here. I can already start like drawing a character, right? And the anatomy looks vaguely Ghibli. So that is the reason why we're breaking it down like this. Alright? Notice I have the artwork in the background at all times so that I can actually use it without like becoming like kind of schizophrenic, because sometimes I see lines that aren't there when I draw. Is that just a me thing, guys, or like do I need to consult the doctor?
I'm so curious about how you worded it.
Okay. So continuing on, like notice I'm just trying my best to draw the details, like guesstimating like this should be roughly this size, right? Like another tip, if you guys are gonna move the legs or like any part of your drawing a certain amount, if this line here is this line over here, right? Whatever the distance here is, it's gonna be the distance here when you guys draw it. Like it's gonna be an equal amount. So this will roughly be the same amount here.
Don't call scene. That's not a good thing to do.
What happened? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Apologies. Apologies.
But guys, we expect that like this just Cat bus plush that days, even though I've never seen Totoro. They were completely valid.
Valid. Also, here I have a basic breakdown of the Ghibli body. Now it kind of looks like those little wooden what's it called? Those little wooden figures that you use for art. Like if you guys have ever been to your art classrooms, you guys have probably seen something that looks like this, right? Like it's like a wooden little statue that has like that kind of stuff. You can move them around so that you guys can
Sketch
see.
figure thingies?
Yeah, I forgot what they're called. But yeah, like essentially like those things, right?
See, don't worry. It's a common thing in you.
Yeah,
it's common.
common.
We apologize.
Yeah. We want to do better. We want to do better as well. Because that's a part of life. Just try to learn how to be better. And you can shit. You guys can shit on yourself like you shit on your art. But remember that you always have to work in order to make yourself better.
I mean, like shit. Maybe.
I guess, but you know, like just to be consistent with the analogy.
The analogy, I guess. But like, you get what I mean.
Yeah. That was not the proper placement. Dude, guys, okay, I apologize for that. I was drawing the like wrist balls. I realized it was not in the most opportune place. I'm so sorry about that.
While of gay, yes, absolutely. Oh yeah. I don't know about you guys. I didn't have one today for offering. Our classes.
Okay. So now that we have this is the most powerful thing you can do in terms of anatomy, right? Like, this is the most powerful thing you can have. Why is that? Lisa, can you tell me why?
What am I looking at? It's
This.
like, oh,
Well, not just the views. Not just perspective. You can essentially take this and manipulate it like a doll. And like, you know, like a little doll to pose. Takes a little bit of imagination, I'm not saying it's easy. But essentially, this, like, have you guys ever seen those things where your, like, teacher tells you, or like some YouTuber tells you to do this to get, like, box and then, like, hip and that kind of thing? Essentially, that's what we're doing right now. This helps with that in order to break down, what's it called?
good
In order
morning,
to break...
Soviet penance.
Good morning.
Senior-
Yeah. Seniors? Hello there, seniors. But yeah,
Wait,
this essentially allows you to break down the body enough, with, like, you know, to pose it. So if we were to pose this, normally, if you want, okay, little tip, if you guys want a dynamic pose, this is where CSI comes in again. This is the most, this is one of the most important things again in art when you guys are drawing characters. CSI, okay, I'm putting it here again. Um, the think of the spine as an eye, okay? We don't want, most of the time we don't want your spine to be straight when it comes to art, because when your spine is not straight in real life, you guys should probably go look for a doctor.
I had to. Called scoliosis.
Yeah, that's called scoliosis. However, in art,
Also, it'd be so fun to do an art.
oh,
Oh my god!
thank you, David,
David,
for
hello.
the 50 peso
Yay.
donation. If you
Yeah.
have time, draw Bellows Owl House being goofy. Well, we'll keep that in mind. We'll keep that in mind. We're currently drawing Ghibli art style.
But like, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
We'll
you.
definitely draw and yeah.
Yeah. So think of this as the eye. The eye is here, right? How do we bend this?
Oh my god!
You can just draw, see, that kind of thing. But most of the time you use, like, I use C rather, to like bend the body. But one of the things that you should do first is figure out how the hips and the shoulders are positioned, because that will help you determine what the pose will be and what your spine needs to look like. Most dynamic poses are just C's or S's. Like if you draw like a body here, like a little quick body here.
Oh my god! E also.
Like, notice these two lines I'm drawing right now. These are the shoulder lines and the hip lines, okay? Like, I can already put, like, placements for where certain elements of the body will be. Like, this is, say, the chest, right? And this is the hips. Right? Remember the box method I was telling you guys about last time we did anatomy classes here? Yeah. That's why it's important. because it makes stuff easy. Okay. Okay. See how easy that was? Like you just literally take the spine, bend it, extend it a bit, put the neck there, put the torso there, a little contorted, right? And then there's the leg. There's the leg. Like you just draw the leg, and then whatever you want to do with the other leg, like that feels natural to you. You can even draw another line here if you want to make the arms.
Hi, Omen. I'll rewatch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always just gonna be using straight around with your forms.
Yeah. Remember, guys, most of the time it's not optimal to be straight. Okay? That may sound a little off because of a lot of the jokes we make here, but like when it comes to art, it's not optimal to be straight, mostly because it's less dynamic. But you guys understand guys? Show of hands, do you guys understand what I'm saying here right now?
You guys get. Oh, there. Wait, hold on. Fern.
Oh, really? Did they? Because I've been waiting for that update since last year.
Okay, so far I learned that there are splinters attached to larger structures. Various types of curves.
Yes!
Yes! Yes! Being straight is not optimal indeed. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, just following the lines here, like like this is a C curve. That kind of stuff, right? You guys are smart. You get this. No, but seriously though, like that's the reason why we have these breakdowns so that we can showcase where we can place the it's called it's right here, CSI, where we can place the CSI curves, right? Again, if you want to draw the CSI curves,
Connecting all my learned knowledge, optimal tactic for drawing are the most common one. Think about.
okay, so like you have a ball joint here, right? You have the cylinder.
God damn it! Son of a bitch.
But yeah, pro tip when it comes to posing, you don't want your shoulders and your hips to be parallel. This isn't just for art. If you guys find it awkward to take pictures because you don't know what to do with your body or your arms, you pose. As long as your shoulders and your hips are pointing in the opposite angle. So essentially, like you make like a little hinge like this, right? Or I mean, there's only two ways you can go with this, right? Like this. You guys can essentially pose however you want. An advanced version of this is like essentially like having the ball like this in a three-dimensional space like this. Then you have your hips like this. Notice how like the stick goes in the circle. Well, it gives an illusion of depth. Okay, don't worry about it. It adds more dynamicness. This is like dynamicity. I don't know how the word goes, but this is where you implement the S curve. Okay, this like S curves is for 3D like posing more, where C curves are kind of more for like when you're facing one way, right? that kind of thing. Anyways,
Use that ball joint. Usually use that ball joint.
yes. That
Oh.
those aren't ball joints.
Ball.
But yeah. Anyways. So one of the ways we can work with this is, um, like getting a rough, the the circle in a rough amount, like same amount, and just drawing it like this. The hips over here will look like this then, right? Look at the distance; it should be the same, right? So when I move this up here, it should look like this. Realistically, since I didn't draw these, like you don't tend to draw like these balls here. You can draw the bigger circles here. Like you see how there's a circle, right? In the back view, you can use this for the butt, by the way. Hey.
We're glad that you're at least having fun here.
Yeah. So you can see how the body already starts to bend, right? With this, I can make the body contort already. Based on like just moving features down, like squishing, like say the waist over here, right, and stretching the waist over here, which will cause certain elements to flatten or to like get a little bigger, like the breast over here, the breast over here is a little flatter. Right, I'm just using my knowledge of anatomy here, to like fill in the details, but this is why anatomy is very important when you do this stuff. Uh, not being too like hard on myself, just enjoying the process here, that kind of stuff. Remember to be consistent in terms of size, right? So if the ball over here, this is the midpoint of the ball, this is the the ball here, this is the distance of the leg. Okay, so you can also determine that with here, and then you just guesstimate how far this cheek ball over here is. Right, that's how big it is. So the distance between this ball's midpoint and this the end ball here, that much. So I draw the knee over here.
Anyone who's also gonna watch it later. Hello, hi there. Hope that like if you do have any questions. Like the communities.
Again, guys, if you guys have any question, if I'm mumbling too much, let me know. Like, one of my favorite teachers back in high school, used to tell us to tell him to shut up if he gets carried away, because like that tends to happen a lot.
I usually use
Yeah. If that works for you, the general principle is the same. As long as you know what you're doing in terms of your form of anatomy, it should work. Should work.
your own process.
Yeah.
And it's always fun to pick always like way to like go back to your own. Okay.
Like, this is just my way of breaking things down, essentially, so that I can like learn how things work, and I can use this later on to translate it to my style, of which I will be more comfortable with. Oh, the foot is too big because that is a little raise. Oh, the foot was too big.
Sorry. Sounds odd, but like in the way that we draw hippos in action. At least it's more evident. 3, 4.
Here's a little cheat I do. Like when you need to like bend the head a bit, uh, bend the neck a little bit because you can. Um, and then like you can bend the neck a little, like where your head's connected, because there's a little ball joint around where the neck is, like connected to your skull. There's also one where your neck is connected to the rest of your spine, so you can manipulate them to like make them go like however much you want.
Jesus, yeah, I accidentally wrote this down this notes on, and now I have a sketch of a carbon sulfide.
That's good.
That's yeah.
Honestly, that like here's a tip for any artists here in school. How I take notes is I draw on my notes. Remembering, like, it helps me remember what's on the notes because I remember what I drew. Like, this is just a visual learner tip. If you guys are struggling remembering notes, try drawing something memorable, like, on the side. It'll help your brain retain what's in the page more, because there's that mechanical thing in your brain and brain coordination kind of thing that lets you know, oh yeah, I need to have this part here, which is carbon sulfide, I guess.
Probably like like yeah. Copy what's on the board. Class. Some classes, it's very rare, but it does. Can't leave the class for to
Very weird.
It's
Like
weird.
I've had teachers like that, but I still say that's a little weird.
Right?
Yeah. Notice what I just did there. Like I'm drawing lines to see like measurements. Okay, like you can use this. You can use like a ruler. You can use your pencil, that kind of thing. I like to like just like drawing, like with the feeling, as Uncle Roger would say, just to see how long, like say the palm is, or the finger.
Actually, even like it's a lot of like
Yeah. When you're drawing traditionally, I heavily suggest. Is this that gamer boy? Okay, that gamer boy. I keep telling you, lighten your hand. Lighten your hand.
It'll be much.
It will be much easier for you. It won't be as won't be as daunting to you because you can see the art easier.
I guess as long as you can see.
If you can't see it, no one else can see it.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah. If
So,
you
like-
can't see your own vision, no one else will see your vision.
No! Oh, my mic's cutting off. Sorry. No, pro tip with art. Give up. No!
No!
Or
We're trying to tell people that they don't need to give up in lieu of certain things that I will not mention here. because this is not a space for it. This community is not a space for it. We can talk about it, but this is a space for it.
Sorry if my mic is cutting off. Uh, now, oh fuck. House. Sorry. Because it's near my mouth, you can now hear my burps. Wait. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, you see, like, we started off with that pose. Now we have this pose. Would you say this looks fairly similar?
We were like, really. I think everything that's the clothes or something.
And they tend to be on the
But then you
baggier
can
side,
see
but
that
like
how they're
this one's
rather
actually a
long.
very this one's a very perfect like character to work off of because the clothes are very form fitting enough so that you can actually break down the anatomy a
I
bit
think
more.
it's good for like at least a
Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna use this pose for Ash because remember, guys, we are drawing Ash in the Ghibli style, right? I need a reference for Ash. Where can I get a reference for Ash? Um,
Wait.
I don't think I should show her model. Mostly start off with her. It could be misinterpreted by YouTube.
Oh,
Something
you gotta
else.
shoot. We can't show her naked, girl. No,
I wasn't gonna say naked. That's your
we can't
words, not
show
mine.
her naked. Can't do that to her. Wait, I know.
Yeah, you have the model, so you can like just copy and paste it on Discord, and I'll bring it here.
Oh, okay. I think I.
And while Lisa struggles to look for for Ash, I'll process of learning the face as well. So very similar to what we did earlier. We will break things down into like simple shapes again, right? Like let's draw the cranium here.
Pro tip: if all else fails, you can form an edgy music. Fantastic. Load up the Eldritch Ash.
Right? Like it's not a perfect circle if you really want to. I prefer doing this. This is a little bit cheating. You don't have this in the real world. I get that, but like I prefer using like the circle tool because like my circles are ass. God damn it, they're in the same layer.
Ha ha! Pain.
Okay. So right now I'm just trying to line up the circle again. Like that. Trying to make it okay, you can remove the background and then merge them all together and then like like copy it and then just paste it on
Because
Discord.
like even though it's got a little clunky.
The circle is just there for structure. This is the cranium, the top part of your skull. So essentially, if you were to draw this as a skull, right, midpoint. If you guys want to find the midpoint, side note, it's somewhere around the bridge of the nose up here. Since the head's a little tilted, you look for where the head is tilted, like this, right?
Actually,
This will be the midpoint of your the top of your head. So you find this side. You try to like curve it out like this. Likewise, you curve it out like this because like, try to find the middle here. This will be the bottom of the circle here.
Yeah, they are doing like those. Um, I'm not sure.
We're using publicly available art right now.
Yeah, and
Not to say that like uh this is us trying to profit off of Studio Ghibli by producing content that's that we're trying to pass off as Ghibli. We are using this as an educational means. There is exceptions to copyright when it comes to educational purposes, essentially.
I think is all of that a lot of artists actually trying much to Ghibli, trying themselves, and like well, I'm a fan of. I haven't watched a lot of. I've watched. Uh, can't show Ash naked. Nice better on the other.
Hey! Spray.
Sprays with the water bottle.
Okay, so I'll showcase what I'm trying to do here, right? This is essentially drawing her skull here. Her chin is huge. Like, look. This is one of the advantages of breaking down artwork like this. It really helps you understand the nuances in the art. Like I didn't know that the chin was this huge. Arc? Okay. I mean, sure, we already have a lawyer, but or I hope she's still okay with us being her clients. Right? Okay, so with this circle, it showcases where the cranium is supposed to be. Um, Not necessarily for the skull, because if I can recall, my professor couldn't find a skull.
But like he was willing.
I think he was willing, yeah,
But
but
like just needed to find what color.
But yeah, so essentially, this is the cranium. That circle is just a representation of the, the big block that you call your skull, essentially, or at least the upper part of your skull. Because if I erase this part,
Haru got her skin melted off. No, Haru.
if I were to remove this part,
Okay, 2000.
okay, 2000. You'll essentially get the skull here. This is the kind of stuff you'll see Beth use. You guys are theater kids like I was, you know.
Forgot the skull crack with humans. Right, we have a.
I forget where it is.
But like I know what
I know what you're talking about. I forget where it is.
It's something.
This is just a sketch. This is just a sketch. But
Also-
you're right. You're right. There is
You're
there is
right.
some sort of crack somewhere, and it's not just in the butt, you know. But yeah,
Excuse me.
yeah, Macbeth, that kind of thing, right? But yeah, let me just get rid of this hand.
You're okay, old caller.
I hope you have better days ahead of you, caller. Yeah. So going back to this, this is the reason. It's not hard. Okay. This is the reason why we look for the midpoints on the circle here. Okay. Um, from what I can see, the eyebrows. If we were to actually place the midpoint of a circle, but horizontally, we'll try to look for like where the middle of this semicircle is, right? This little hemisphere thing here is, right? And that's where we just curve it down as a little circle kind of thing. That's how we find the that's how we find the midpoint here. So this, I placed this in as a reference guide for the eyes, right? But in general, the midpoint of the circle is not where the eyes are. Midpoint of the circle is reserved for mainly your eyebrows and the top of your ears. Notice how Haru's ears suddenly appear at the end of this semicircle, right? And her eyebrows kind of are around the area of where the middle of the circle is. That is normal. That's one of the advantages of knowing how to place wireframes on a circle, essentially. Also no color.
Letter E.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. I hate when that happens. Yep. So
Wait, the line is for the top.
this line is the top of the eye. But I should erase this. This is confusing you guys. This line, the midline, is for the eyebrows. Yes. The eye line I placed in there because I was trying to get the eyes first, but like that's a little confusing. So yeah, try to recall Loomis method. The Loomis method is a simplified version of how to draw a head. And essentially, you start with a circular head, like a circle like this, or a sphere, and then you cut the side off like this over here. Technically, you won't be able to see this side too much but this adds to like how what's it called, how to structure the facial feature. Notice how this, since this is like supposed to be flat now, right? This will intersect as a like a little straighter line here, right? Which kind of helps with adding this line, like making a cross on the side of the head. This will give us a way to connect this and this point for the lower jaw, since Haru's looking up here, right? Why is that important? It will show us how to structure the jawline in a little bit. But first, what are these coordinates? I like to think of them as this part over here is your hairline, essentially, like where you put your hair, like that, right? Like the start of your hairline. Is it? Oh, cool. This is where your ear tends to go. Like, normally, ears are supposed to be a little smaller. Like, I want you guys to touch your face right now. Smack your face. Right? From the top of your ear, try to trail it across to your face. What are you touching right now? Like, I'll wait. I'll wait. What are you guys touching right now? When you guys touch the top of your ear, you trail it across to your face. What is one of the first things you touch outside of your hair? Because, like, I'm touching my hair right now. Aside from your headphones, Lisa.
Hold on. Oh, Jesus.
Eyebrows! Exactly! Exactly!
Milk, I'm not into that sweet butter. Ouch!
I want at least the At least we know who's good here.
At least we're good. We're okay. We're fine.
Your skin, oh god. Okay,
We're scared. Fair enough.
so that should be an indicator for you guys that unless you guys have weirdly big ears like Haru over here, that should be an indication for you guys that wherever the top of your ear is, that is where you should be placing your eyebrows. You can get away with this with cartoons, mostly because they tend to break a lot of rules, like we do. But the general rule is, if you're trying to go for realism, the top of your ear will always be where your eyebrows are. This is a general rule. This isn't an indicator for everyone because people are different. But if you do the same thing with the very bottom of your ear, do the same thing. What do you touch? What do you touch? Or rather, what do you get sucked into? Because I almost picked something. What?
Yes.
Like, I'll wait. I'll wait until someone mentions it in chat. What's the first thing you guys touch when you guys trail your lower ear the same way you guys did with the upper ear? No, not the lips. You may have a little bit of a bigger ear, or
Mine's the lips.
It is?
Yes.
I see. I'm touching your. No, it's not. I can see from your profile. It's not. You're going down. Don't follow your jaw.
Oh no, but
Light touch. Light touch.
touch.
No,
What?
it's not.
It's not.
It's this line. You're
Oh.
following your jawbone. Don't
that's
follow your
weird.
jawbone.
Oh, that's weird. Like I could have sworn.
Oh, you're going down.
Oh, that's
You're
fascinating.
mewing right now. What's it called? Like yeah.
Bread cake. Butter. My butt.
Wait, how do you get from the bottom of your ear to your butt? That's a long walk for a glass of water.
God damn. Actually, no, you'd be surprised. It does feel like it's.
No, here, look at my profile. What do
Yeah,
you?
I can see it. It actually is your nose.
Yeah, it's the bottom of my nose, right?
That's so
Like
cool,
the
but
very
then when you
specifically.
trace it, it's
When you're tracing it like this, because this is where the
like,
jawbone
it just
is.
feels natural to
It
go
feels
there.
natural, right? It feels
Yeah,
natural, but
that's
it's
cool.
supposed to be your nose. It's supposed to be the bottom of your nose,
That's okay. I'm fascinated by that. I guess
right?
that's fascinating.
Your ear is supposed to fit somewhere here normally, okay? But if you guys notice, Haru's ear is much bigger than anticipated. So if you do trace her ear with a normal amount of oh, actually, it does trace to her nose. Okay,
Or what?
it does trace to her nose apparently. Wow, it's Ghibli.
It
Still fits.
Instructions unclear. Now I'm in my butt.
No!
That's fair.
Get out of there! Get out of there! Don't go deeper. Save that for your own time. Anyways, okay, so yeah, it still works here with Ghibli, I think. Wait, let me turn this off. No, it doesn't work here. It doesn't work here. The bottom of her ear touches around the top of her lip. So her ears are big. But that's one of the nuances that you learn when you draw in somebody else's art style or some other group's art style. It's that there are small nuances that change from the basic. And this is why you should learn the basics first. Because breaking those rules is what it can get confusing, but breaking those rules is what determines your art style, essentially. Like, knowing what you want to break is the thing that determines art style. The thing is, there is a difference between intentionally breaking and not knowing what you're actually doing. Because it's all about consistency. If you're just saying, oh, that's just what my art style looks like. And I used to say that a lot. No, it's not, because I couldn't replicate it properly. So this is also a lesson in consistency and how learning the basics of anatomy and how to break it applies into art style. Okay, so not the skull. Wait, where are you? There you go. Okay, so what's the next move here? Okay, if fuck, I'm trying to recall my Loomis method. Okay, so let's draw another guideline here. Okay, from the bottom of the circle, I am going to be drawing another rim here. Notice where it hits. Okay, guys, notice where this hits. This should generally hit around the bottom of your eye. Right? Like, you guys see that, right? It's hitting the bottom of Haru's eye. If you were to break down the Loomis method in the front view like this, this is what it currently looks like, okay? Right? Lisa's on a roll here. Right? This is what it currently looks like from the front view. Now, why is this important? Okay? As we've established, this is the eyebrows. The eyebrows, right? Like this line over here. This is your hairline. Right? So this distance over here is your forehead. Now, in Lisa's case, it's more like...
What do you mean in Lisa's case?
It's more like this.
Listen, not bring up the sight of my hairline over here. I swear to God.
Right? Because Lisa has a big forehead.
God
right?
damn it all.
But that's just, the nuance. Like, the Loomis method is not an end-all be-all for all skulls.
Yeah,
you need to change a little bit of it to, like, fix it a bit,
I'm so curious about the rock. I'd really love to try it.
Ooh, never heard of that, but like,
I've heard of it, but I haven't properly watched it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take note of it. Thank you for that, actually. We're gonna look at it.
Yeah.
Looks like it's...
Oh, cool. Yeah, the one I learned was the Loomis method. So notice how I did an eye here. There's an eye here. Like, these are roughly equal sizes, right? From this point over here, or over here, right, to an equal amount from here to here is the size of your lower jaw, essentially. Lower jaw, right? This is where your mouth is, where the bottom of your nose is. This is where your chin will be, right? When you take your skull and turn it to the side like this, your face should look something like this. Right? And then an equal amount over here. Like, that is where your chin is positioned, essentially, right? If you were to go back to this, I told you guys, this is important, right? Like, this little T over here is important. That is where your jaw connects to your skull. So it will look like this. Right? Now, does this look familiar already? This looks like a head, right? Like, normally this is where you put your neck. Like, over here. That's a human head, right? Like, or like some sort of robot head over here. Right? You got the little, the little bump on the back of your head to indicate that you have a brain. This is where your neck goes. This is where your chin is. Your eyes go here. In terms of nose, tip of the nose, I think is roughly in the middle of your, I think this really depends on, like, your nose at this point, because, like, I have a big nose. And, like, your mouth is, like, somewhere in the middle between your... Like, the opening of your mouth is somewhere in the middle of your bottom of your nose and your chin. So if we were to apply this, let me turn off horror here.
The eyes in the second.
Yes. If you're going for a specific style, no. A lot of anime from the 90s in terms of shoujo anime tends to do that, if I'm not mistaken. But if you're trying to draw more realistically, yes, it's a little odd. Not to say that it's wrong when it comes to stylistic choice.
Yeah.
However, if you are trying to go for realism, that's where you should be focusing on, like trying to remember where these points are. So, going back to this, let me show you. The ear normally starts off somewhere here, right? It juts out a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit here. Right?
I think most artists forget guidelines.
Yes!
They take it as finished product. Yeah.
Yes!
Agreed. Like, drawing a skeleton and it's bones. Great. Like,
Exactly,
There's
exactly.
definitely ways with it. But, like, it's not the.
Yeah, but it's good to know to be consistent with your art. But essentially, it's one of those things you can't skip, no matter how much you want to, because like it's lazy.
You'll find it eventually.
Yeah, you get very lazy sometimes, and you're like, oh, I don't really need this, that kind of thing. You get sloppy. That's something that I tend to like get into a rut with a lot. Actually, this is why I always go back to basics.
Well, I mean, it's odd how the one you drew and facing us.
Yeah, again, this is more of the nuances of like different art styles. Like let's open up horror again. Just oh god. Always a jump scare. It's the nuances of like art style. If you were to like this is why I said like Haru's ear is weirdly large. If you were to unexpectedly large. If you were to like feel where your eye bag is, that's normally where the end of your eye is, right? Trace it back to your ear, you kind of find yourself in the middle of your ear. Which, if we were to do that with Haru right now, that still poses true. Like, it's still roughly there, the middle of her ear. However,
it just. Okay.
yeah. However, that is where the nose should be, technically. So it's part of those nuances.
Yeah, because like it's definitely these are all methods.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like really depends on style. Also, hello there, Freak Bellow. Not an artist, but still watch on the board. Glad to see you here still.
Yeah,
Hope
like
you have
you're
fun while
welcome
you're
regardless. We hope at least that you learned something,
here. Yeah, have fun.
or like at the very minimum, have fun.
I just realized her ear is like the size of her jaw. Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, it's really big. Weirdly enough.
Also, I'll be right back. Ah,
Like you see how easy it is for me to draw like a simple face over here. Where's the top of the eye go again? Slightly below the ear. See? That's already a head, right? I use my own body as a reference when triple jointed company. This is double jointed, so like I don't know what you mean. Like, yeah, you can use your own body as a reference. A lot of people tend to, and that's another way to get art style, I guess. Um, it is the easiest way to do so because like you can't touch other people like for art references for obvious reasons. I do not recommend using another person like when I say, "Oh, touch the ear, touch the." I don't recommend you guys touching another person's ear. You can look at them, maybe with consent, but like don't touch them. Just like that'd be weird. Like notice how I already know where to place the stuff like the mouth just by looking at where the circles end, right? This is where the nose is. Lower lip. Eyebrows. The eyes are not the same. Why is my voice deeper? Alright, I've been coughing. Okay, so here over here. Here over here.
So I am back.
Hairline going up here.
So wanna be good at art? Going outside my comfort.
Yeah, yes, that's good. That's good.
I'm not good at it, but it's broadening my 3D anatomy.
Yeah. Good. That is good. Always go back to the basics, just so that you can touch base.
Yeah, but like it's good. Like even if you feel like you're not good at it, the fact that you're going outside your comfort zone, it's art. You already feel like already means you're getting good.
Yeah.
What
So
is-
yeah, like as you can see, I already drew a head. They're not equal because I do not have the proper guidelines to make them equal. But let's just say these are two different guys. Okay, these are just two different guys. They're hanging out. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I use my own body as a reference. I do it as well. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, again, like I said, guys, it's okay to use yourself as a reference. Okay. You can look at other people as a reference. Sometimes you gotta ask. Like most of the time, you gotta ask because, like creepy. But when it comes to using them as a reference, like specifically touching, like what you do with your body in order to like see where stuff is, that's generally like it may cause people to freak out. Like here, let me show you.
Ah!
Like that.
Ah!
I just touched Lisa's nose.
Ah!
That's normally the outcome that she just bit me and in turn bit her microphone.
That's not bad. If you look at you can see this is why life-size cardboard cutouts might have been handy.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, essentially. But yeah,
Touch base.
but yeah. Anyways, let's go back to Haru over here.
Just she got sleepy. Very calming. Very calming.
So let's turn
This
this
is actually-
red. Let's turn this red so that's easier for you guys to see.
Oh yeah, so you know those like pencils, the blue and tried them before.
I've tried them before too. I don't really see a difference in terms of the output when I use them. Because they're hard to erase. But yeah, they're nice to use.
I how they look and like erasing them. So cool.
Yeah.
Man, do I love my life-size Michael Surikata. What you have a life-size?
I love Michael Cera, man.
God
That's
damn.
awesome. Anyway, so if you guys didn't see what I did there, I connected the midpoint here with the tip of the chin, trying to keep it like as straight as possible. It's a little curved because again, feel the rain on your skin. Feel the side of your nose all the way to your chin. It's not straight. It's a little curved, like it's a little C curve, right? It's going down. If you go to like from your nose down, that is. If you go to your cheek, it will be a little more of an S. But closer to the midpoint, it's a little curved, but not as curved as this. You see the discrepancy between this the distance over here. That is the distance between here and here, right?
The guy.
Scott Pilgrim,
Scott Pilgrim.
Juno,
What else?
hot like time travel hot tub time machine. What else? The Barbie movie. He was in the Barbie movie. But yeah, Alan. I identify as an Alan for the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's a little curved, right? This is where you start getting like the weird nuances in Haru's face. Again, the Loomis method is not the end all be all for for heads. There are small nuances. Like a lot of people actually debate whether or not it's a good method for heads. I personally say it's a good way to start off. It shouldn't be like the rule. I know there's certain artists out there who's like, yeah, this is how you draw heads. And like it works for him. That's great. I learned the Loomis method from him. That's great. But it's not the end all be all. There's always nuances, like in life. You gotta respect the nuances. So if you don't, the world's just gonna get into chaos, and we don't want that. Okay.
I feel like I understand. But
What?
these things about myself. That gamer boy, no.
You're welcome, that gamer boy. Sometimes it's good for you to like explore yourself, I think.
Like, in terms of like, listen.
But yeah, anyway, so like what we did over here was we took this part of the cross on the side of like the circle here, right? And we connected it to the chin here. That's how we get the jawline. Now notice if I do this, we do get the jawline, right? Like, we can have Haru wait, I know.
Talking about your head. No, listen, you understand what we mean, right? You guys understand, right?
Okay? Like, so, like, you guys can see this, right? Like, yeah, right? Like,
We're probably from the Personally, I love the bad head. I love it. Okay, that's okay.
Right? So you got I'm emphasizing the jaw, right? Like how you get the jaw. It's essentially connecting the chin here and then connecting the line here. That's how you get the jawbone, right, guys? Right?
Alright, we're ending the inappropriate. Listen, this is not the inappropriate one. This is not the inappropriate one. Okay?
Okay. So. Do that on your own time, guys. Do that on your own time.
We're not here to be. Not here to be.
So now we have this. Again, normally, goddamn it, Ash. Normally, like the eyes should be somewhere, like actually, like some would say like the top here. I guess that kind of does work. like the midpoint of like the eyebrow and the bottom of the nose is where your eyes are, right? This one it kind of works, I guess. Um, the tip of the the ball is where the mouth is, and that works here. The bottom of the ear is normally where the nose is. Um, if I'm not mistaken, it should be somewhere in the middle of like the bottom of the eye and here, right? Like the bottom of the eyes, and like
Usually.
here and
There's,
here,
there's
right?
definitely variations.
There's variations,
Like,
but
I think the biggest one.
yeah. So this is getting messy, but you guys can see the guidelines of how everything is kind of built. So that's how you draw a Studio Ghibli skull. At least Haru skull. I don't know if it's consistent all throughout, but like, yeah. Now we can get into the details of the face. First of all, let's outline this a bit. So that's clean. Notice how what I'm noticing with Studio Ghibli's penmanship is that it starts off thin and then gets thicker in the middle. But it doesn't get too thin. See, like that strand of hair, right? So keep that in mind if you guys are drawing like Ghibli characters. Where does Haru's chin end? Okay, Haru's chin tends to end a little like before the actual jaw ends. So somewhere here, right? That kind of thing. So if I like theoretically, if I were to turn this off, I'd be able to see where the mouth, like the details are. So if I can recall, the mouth was somewhere here. The nose is here. Nose should be here. Right, Haru's ear, like Haru's nose is weird. Yeah, it's weird. I can't trust the lower jaw because it's a little low. But yeah. Eyes should be somewhere here. Right? I'm just guesstimating at this point. This should be where the eyebrows are. At least that one's consistent here. And then this is where her weird bangs are. Right?
Finally reached my lobe of my ear. About to the digestive tract out the mouth ending in my nose. He was right.
I see.
It
I see.
worked. You got there.
I see. Anyway, so as you guys can see, me roughly guesstimating it actually kind of puts a lot of the features close to where it should be. I kind of overshot the hairline a bit and the eyebrows, mostly because like the eyebrows are a little lower than I expected. The hairline, that was my bad. I should have drawn it a little lower. Like, if I were to do this again, I would have drawn it like here, which is actually much closer to where it is. That kind of deal. But yeah, that's the anatomy of the head first and foremost. But yeah, let's go with the eyes now. Studio Ghibli is very famous for their eyes.
Eyes and hair.
Eyes and hair, but mostly eyes, because like you guys know the Ghibli tears, right? Like their tears are like big circular bulbs. Like this. What's wrong? What? Oh, okay. Notice how their eyes are not perfectly circular. They're kind of a weird shape. Almost like, what's it called? Almost like, hexagon-ish, right? Um, when you draw eyes, um, you tend to draw them, if you're drawing them anime, they're kind of broken off to like three different sections. The upper eyelash, which is over here, like this. You can see this in Haru's eye up here, like that. There's sometimes a little fold on the eye, depending on like where you're from and your like genetics. Like there's a little fold up there. For Haru, it goes all the way up here, which is very interesting. You don't tend to see that a lot in real people. No, well, not real people, but like in stylized people. But like, there are a lot of animes that do that, especially when they're really emphasizing the eyes, right?
Koffeine studying art style when. That'll be fun, actually. Fun.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Yeah, like add some eyelashes, that kind of thing. So the upper eyelash, the bottom eyelash, which here you think it's not there because of the fact that like you don't see it. But if you notice, this isn't the perfect circle. If you were to draw this circle, like if this oval here, you'll see that there's a little bit here that's kind of missing. That's the lower eyelash there. It's just that because of Ghibli's minimalism, you don't see it as much. It's implied through the whites of the eye, which tend to look like this.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Not really.
Yeah, like have fun, have fun. So, and then eye, right? And then depending on who you ask, like it's either a circle, an oval. Sometimes people do like hexagons, like in this case, or like if you're in Rick and Morty, you just do the called multiple dots like this. Look at Rick and Morty. Their
So
eyes
pretty.
are not circular. They're multiple balls like
It's so
together.
pretty. I remember when one reason or another. Oh,
Yeah.
not anticipate that.
A lot of different art styles tend to like change up the eyes anatomy. Like a lot of Western cartoons. Let me know if you guys know this one. Would just be a simple circle with a dot in the middle.
Out of eyes.
Yeah, atomize.
Oh.
Like you guys know who I'm drawing here, right? You guys know who I'm drawing here, right?
Ha. Oh.
Or right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all.
It's all about style. Like, a lot of Western cartoons tend to just draw their eyes like a circle and a dot, whereas anime breaks it down into eyelash, lower eyelash, and then like pupil. Now the difference is here is the actual eye. When you actually look at the eye, it's broken down as the upper bit, which is the eyelid, which has your eyelashes, that kind of thing, right? your tear duct, which tends to be ignored.
And a lot of like
Not just Western styles, even anime tends to
yeah.
ignore it. And then the lower lashes like this. And like your eyes tend to be more circular. Now you guys might be wondering, because like I've been saying this a lot. Why am I like why am I okay with drawing eyes? I am not. They're freaky.
Yeah.
They're freaky. It's triggering me a little bit right now. But yeah.
But her anime eyes are so beautiful. The nose is like nose line. I just found that interesting.
Okay, so oh fuck, that's actually like fucking me up, man.
Oh, that yeah. But you know what's funny actually? Ozzy is me like is as but I'm like the complete opposite. It's unfortunate for the both of us.
Yeah.
I'm like I love eyes. I remember I had a eyeball like
I hated that script.
yeah, eye prints. I remember you mentioned it. Like, oh darn. I like that one. So like I would wear it when I also kind of knew that like we like get to see each other. Oh well, at least it won't like but I still loved it. I had to give it away at some point because I
Yeah. So what we did with our art styles, just like behind the scenes stuff with you guys here, was we combined the Western style and the anime style, and just essentially almost kind of take this shape, but we connect it together. So we still make the upper eye, like the eyelashes, like thick, while the lower lashes are like the thinnest part, and then connect them. The new pupils, if you guys notice, we changed our pupils. That was based on panty and stocking. This gives it kind of like a hybrid anime look while being kind of cartoony.
Bye Milk, thanks for coming.
I'll buy milk.
Hope you had fun.
That kind of...
Have fun with your balls and cylinder. Just
Thank you.
thanks.
But yeah, so like those are the nuances of eyes. If you guys were to look at Studio Ghibli over here, you guys will notice that their eyes lean heavily towards the anime type, or rather that anime leans into the Ghibli type. Bye! And just, like, you have the basic rule of the upper eyelid, the eyelashes over here.
I'm gonna dream about Haru's big ass ears.
They are big, aren't they? And then like the lower, the pupil over here.
I like our sauce.
Yeah.
Eyes and other easy. I do really admire art styles.
Yeah. I'm personally trying to be a little bit more experimental with noses, because like it wasn't really something that we focus on a lot, but like I kind of want to break away from like kind of the same face syndrome, and I thought like maybe changing the eyes and the mouth would help. No, like nose and jaw is what I'm focusing on right now as well, just to make it different, Like you can draw noses like this, like how we do it in our art style. If you guys notice, my nose looks like this, while Lisa's nose looks like this, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. I'm trying to play around with like simple shapes because I like the idea with Koffeine's art style is that one, the character designs are like easy to cosplay because like like it'd be nice to have some cosplayer stuff, and we want it to be easy for them. And two, um, that they're easier to draw because like easy jumping off point if you want to learn how to draw like anime or cartoony styles, and it works kind of both ways. With Haru, however, if you notice her nose, it's just a simple lower nose over here, and then like a little line over here. There's not a lot of focus on like the other facial features I noticed with Ghibli, like just on first glance. It's very much just your face, and a lot of the implications here is on the eyes. The eyes are the main selling point of Ghibli characters here. Like that, right? Like that. Like, that's not a lot of detail. That's like, look, that's not a lot of detail. It's very simple, it's very unique. It's very quaint.
So it does.
Yeah. However, the eyes are where Miyazaki seems to be really emphasizing. Why? I don't particularly know why he does that, but um generally the eyes tend to be where you get the most emotion from someone. Like you can tell if someone's mad or someone's happy or someone's sad just by looking at their eyes. And like for cinema, that is a very key component on like a character's expression. This is why when you have a mysterious character, sometimes they'll cover one eye, sometimes they'll cover both eyes, and you wouldn't know what they're actually thinking. Like it's hard for you to understand what they're thinking. I think Miyazaki uses this to his advantage in order to express emotion in the most minimal way possible. It's a very immediate thing.
Like you know exactly.
Yeah. So, let me just guesstimate where the hair is. If you notice the hair strokes here, not you, Ash, the hair strokes here, they're very much just kind of chicken scratches, and by chicken scratches I mean like just small, confident strokes of your pen, like this. Notice I'm actually tracing at this point, right? I'm not claiming this as my own art. I'm claiming this as a study. That is the difference between tracing and learning. It's that you're like what your intentions are with the final piece.
I think that's what we did.
Yeah, this is what we essentially do.
Yeah.
Again, I can't say which characters, which shows we used, nor
Hey,
work.
say sorry to Ash. What do you mean?
She keeps popping in every time I'm trying to show Haru, okay? Like, a lot of chicken scratches like this that really define like the hair, I notice. Very plain, it's very simple. It's very different from anime. Notice how this over here, like, let me draw it a little slower. It doesn't actually connect. I'm not sure if this is just because it's concept art or this actually translates into the movie itself. But what this tells me is that when the artist who drew this reference specifically, not saying that it was Miyazaki himself, because studios have different pipelines and someone's always in charge of actually drawing this. They were just doing chicken scratches, like very very simple, like quick sketches, that kind of thing, in order to get the basic idea down. Now, looking at this, this is also a good example for you guys to see that you don't you don't draw the hair here where the top of the skull is. That's a little weird. I see a lot of people do that. That is a common mistake I see artists tend to do, especially beginner ones, where they draw the hair where the skull is. Do not do that. Your hair does not grow where your skull is, okay? Your hair grows from your scalp, which is a thin piece of hair on top,
Hair.
a thin piece of skin on top of your skull, right? Like if I were to draw this, that would be your skull. This would be your scalp, and this is where your hair is, okay? There's always a space, a little space, between the top of the skull and the top of your hair, okay? In Haru's case, it's somewhere here.
Okay, 2000.
Oh, they're okay 2000. In this case, like it comes out a little bit more this way. Why? Because her hair is long. Gravity tends to pull your hair back down because of the weight, right? So yeah, just adding quick chicken scratches here just to indicate the lower part because this is important. I'm really fascinated, side note guys, on the ears. The ears are so big. And they're very interestingly shaped because they're pretty much anatomically simplified but correct. Because when you draw an ear, you tend to like depending on like where you're from. The general idea is that you have like what's it called? The upper ear, which kind of is shaped like a diamond, right? And depending on like your who you are, you either have an earlobe like this that kind of connects to your lower ear like this, or you have an ear that's shaped a little more strangely. Not saying that it's bad. It's more of like it's not as common as the earlobe one, where your ear kind of just fuses into your skin like this.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Can you remove your headphones so I can get a reference of your ear?
Ear.
So this is what I'm saying, guys. Do not touch other people's like person when you're asking for a reference. Ask them to look at your stuff, like look at their stuff, so that like it's not weird, right?
Yes.
Now, when you draw ears,
Oh. I didn't even for. Oh. Let's see. Oh my god, I got it again. Third watermelon. Nice.
like you can break it down to 3 coordinates here, right? Like the upper ear, middle ear, lower ear. The lower ear is where you find you find the I don't know what it's called, the little triangle thing that you feel on your ear. This is the thing that hurts when you wear this is the thing that hurts when I wear earbuds. Like the very hard ones at least. That's why I need like a little bit of rubber in there to like soften it. But this is also like where you tend to put your earbuds like this, right? Like here. Like that.
Oh.
Right, that gamer boy. And then you like this is kind of like the mid part of the ear. I tend to think of like the ear as like 3 sections. So this is the mid part. The top part, or at least the upper part of the ear, is like where the skin folds on the top of your ear like this. the bottom part, like your earlobe, is kind of like tucked underneath that. Like it's like notice how it's underneath here, right? And it's joined through the where your earphones tend to stay, right? Now in the midpoint of like these two lines, that's where your actual eardrum is. Eardrum, your ear hole is. Like where your eardrum is positioned, right? That kind of thing. You tend to have another canal here, and that's the third part. This is a very simplified version of the ear. If you notice Haru's, you can get a really, really rough, like, anatomically correct ear shape while keeping the upper parts, like, and the mid parts going. You don't tend to see, like, you don't see her inner ear. I'm guessing because it's, you know, like, creepy. And two, her hair is covering it. You look over here, same is true. You can see where your headphones tend to the rest, and you can see the upper fold up here, like that. Go here, likewise, here's the earlobe, here's the ear, right? Like that. She has weirdly big ears, guys.
Like, now you're just hurting her feelings.
I'm just saying, she has weirdly big ears. I guess she was perfect for the cat, because cats have big ears.
Yeah. I'm slowly seeing math here, geometry to be. Oh yes.
Art is mostly geometry.
So like you are correct, Mike.
Art is mostly geometry.
So you got it right. But...
Yeah. A lot of anime, it really depends on like what genre you're in. A lot of mature anime like that's targeted between teens to adults tend to use this type of ears, like more realistic. Sometimes they simplify it.
The more it gets more detailed.
Yeah.
Even.
Like this. Like they tend to draw ears more like this. Like that, right? It's like not all of the detail, but the very simplified version of the ear. When you get to like say children's anime, you can get away with stuff like this.
Sometimes if you get even more chibi,
yeah,
go with an X.
With an X like this. A lot of Western cartoons also go with more of a circular look, and then like just having like some sort of number 6 on it.
Like see attacked everyone from Ash to this Ghibli girl.
What we do with our ears, fun fact guys, is we keep the cartoony nature of like just making it circular, and then what I like to do is I just cut across from here to indicate this part of the ear, and then just put like a little T, like it's like a little T here. Why? Like, you know, to indicate this part. Why do I do that? I don't know, it's cute. I forgot how you draw ears. Like, can you draw an ear?
I already do that. I don't have a...
Which one? Oh, okay.
Style of like ear. That now.
Yeah, it's just it's just a shorthand for an ear, and that's all boiling down to art style. Okay, so going back to this, we can kind of get a sense of how like Ash is going to look like. Let's put her over here as a reference so I don't trace it. But let's try to start building Ash now. Okay. Let's turn this different color. Oh, my eyes are getting blurry. Oh, can you oh, okay. That's cool. Can you put up Ash? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a reference of Ash on this. Actually, I'll put it up here so that you guys.
I can read.
No, no, no. It's more of like so that they can see that I'm actually using a reference.
Oh,
Guys,
that's
using
really nice.
references are always a good thing, okay? Always have a reference on the side so that you guys can um always have something to look back
You guys still
to.
get to see that. I mean,
Yeah, ignore her sleeve. This is the rig. We had to I don't know why the sleeve is black. I think it's because of her inner shirt,
I was looking.
upper sleeve.
Yeah.
Did I delete it by accident? That'd be so funny.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Anyway, so looking at this, again, Loomis method. Her nose is somewhere here. I remember noting down where her nose is. Here's her mouth, that kind of thing. So this should be fairly okay. Uh, Looking at this, her nose is just a dot, from what I can tell. But I'm gonna try making it a little triangle. I'm gonna keep my brush at 6 because it seems like that's a really good, all really good size for line width. We're gonna go with hair first because I'm scared of drawing the hair, the eyes. I mean, it's okay to be scared, guys. It's okay to be scared when you're drawing in a different art style or doing anything new. Just know that sometimes you still have to do it. You still have to go through it. It's not easy, but you can always do it. You know, it's
I am constant.
mhm.
I don't know.
I don't think you should do everything afraid, personally.
I was trying to like say something. Like it just sounds like I am afraid.
Guys, Lisa's telling you to be afraid of her. I think.
I think that's where I was going with this. Is
Okay. And drawing Ash's weirdly large ears now. Because this is the Ghibli art style. It has to be weirdly large. That, right? And then I'm gonna give her a Ghibli smile. Which is, again, very simple. Just 2 lines. Just 2 lines. Like that, right? Now, when it comes to like the hair break, we tend to put like a V to indicate like the hair's partition like this. There's very minimal when it comes to the Ghibli style. There's very minimal when it comes to that. So I'm gonna focus on like getting as much of the rest of the hair to emphasize that rather than like adding like like an indent here because that's not something that they tend to focus on. So a good way to do it is just to add a little bit of offshoot over here, indicate it. Something that we see over here, like offshoot. Over here, that's also an offshoot, that kind of thing. So it's still here, still good. Notice how I'm not touching the skull, right? I'm not touching the skull here. Okay, let me just fix the hair here. And the bangs cover quite a bit of her
I
eyes.
didn't realize that with art style.
Her her eyelashes tend to be very thick on the one side over here. Like, they're thick on this side, but they're not thick on the other side. Like, they tend to taper in like this. A large part of Ghibli style I'm seeing is the shine in their eyes. So if you guys are gonna go for like the Ghibli art style anytime here, and you guys should draw it rather than doing anything else, like in terms of like the Ghibli style, is that really emphasize how like the eyes shine. Right? I don't really have a reference on how they draw glasses, so I'm just gonna wing it here. I mean, you could. Oh, can you Google Kiki first? I want to see how they draw like a ribbon. Okay, from what I see here, it's very, very round. This I'm just winging at this point. Okay. Does it look like Ghibli style, Lisa?
It's off of like
Mm-hmm. Perfection.
it like looks like. I am also wondering because like I realize
Unless you're working for Studio Ghibli, I don't think you really need to be like perfect. Not it's not really your job to be perfect when it comes to that. Like yeah, like it's more about like learning and having fun, and that's the important thing. Unless you're actually working for that studio, I don't think you particularly should make yourself worry about being completely on model all the time. Side note, guys, fun fact about Ash. Her glasses are actually a reference to Betty Groff from Adventure Time.
that was one of our inspirations.
Yep. Ash is one of Ash's inspirations is actually Betty Groff. Hmm.
The crystal.
Yeah. Okay. So noticing that Haru's neck is a slight bit thicker than what I made the base to look like here. So I'm gonna thicken it a little bit here. And Ash's collar is much lower than Haru's. So it kind of ends here rather than like all the way up here. So we can see a little bit of her the start of her shoulder rather than just her neck. Yeah. Her collar tends to flare out a bit more as well. Like it's not as kept as Haru's. Following the shape of her breast to indicate like the top of her jacket here. But if you guys notice, there's not a lot of detail with her clothing. Like on Haru's clothing, that is. So I'm gonna keep the details to a minimum. Also adhering to gravity. Because generally, gravity, still applies when it comes to drawing. That's one of my pet peeves when I look at artists.
Oh, yeah.
When they draw, like, say, women's clothing, that kind of thing, on like women's clothing on an actual figure. Like sometimes their clothes hug the breast like this, which doesn't make sense unless the shirt is really really tight. Like most of the time it will just like do this, even if the breast is like really big, it'll fall.
You, isn't it? Time is it?
I'm not sleepy actually. I'm very wide awake. My eyes just hurt because I've been staring at the. It's a different kind of thing. I'm just focusing.
Ice Train.
It's Ice Train. Hello, it's Ice Train.
Consequences.
Yeah, you can tell who the Gooner artists are depending on how they draw clothing most of the time. It's odd because like when you wear clothes, you tend not to think about it. So if you guys notice, I removed the full connection like this. Yeah, we'll be drawing that. Like we did not forget. We did not forget. Yeah, we're just getting to the point of the actual stream, which is to draw Ash after I explained how the process of learning the Ghibli art style worked. Maybe you can draw it because like my eyes are starting to strain.
Pressure.
Like there's very minimal detail. I went a little ham on these things, but there's very minimal detail.
You see Mike emoting with the sugar cubes and hover.
Okay, so notice I'm not actually adding a line like on her polo. because if you guys notice here, there should be a line all the way down here. There should be a line all the way here in buttons, right? But like they don't draw it because it's more of, again, the feeling of it. So that's what I'm focusing on right now. It's the feeling of the clothing. I'm adding the buttons mostly because I don't want it to look too empty. That's just a me thing, and that's normal. If you guys are studying and you guys want to like add certain features into the piece that you're studying, that's on you because you're studying this. You're not working for Studio Ghibli. You're not working for an anime studio. You're not working for Cartoon Network. You're doing this for fun and for your own education. It's completely fine. If you do this in a studio setting, however, sometimes it's good. Like it adds nuance to your own art, and something that you can be commended for. Sometimes it's unneeded, and maybe it might add too much detail. It really depends on your director at that point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even the folds I notice is very minimal, but
Actually, yeah.
they're very confident. I like how some of you guys are actually also doing artwork, like outside of just the Ghibli art style, and it's mostly the sugar cubes.
Art as well.
Yeah.
You're curating yourself.
I was wondering what you were talking about oranges. Like, did we buy oranges? Okay, there we go. I'm sorry if like the stream is kind of like a little all over the place. Again, like started out like we didn't expect to go live this week, like right now. But little announcement: we might not be live every single day this weekend. Again, because Lisa's parents are here. There's some
Timing, really.
incredible timing actually. But there are a lot of stuff we need to do this weekend. So
We'll try our best.
we'll try our best. I might go live on my own. Maybe Friday and Saturday, depending. But I think Lisa's definitely here by Sunday. Hopefully,
Yes. Yeah.
hopefully.
Priorities.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies for that.
She is not wearing pants. I do not have reference for pants. That's great. I mean, you could. His eyebrows are much thinner than Haru. So I'm gonna keep that in mind when I draw her eyebrows here, because I forgot to. Okay, that's perfect.
They're pretty.
Pretty simple still, yeah. Fold on her on her pants on the bottom. Not vibing with that.
I also.
That would be interesting. Would you guys like to have that?
Only because I realized I don't know how to draw our.
Oh, no secret? Neither do I.
Our.
Mm-hmm. So, this turned out quite nicely, actually.
Hold on, I can't.
Remember, if anyone says, "Oh, I don't have the patience," or it's easier to just not learn the art style and go through a specific method, this was a study done in like what, a few hours?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to do all of it. A lot of people.
You gotta be forgiving of yourself. You gotta forgive yourself.
Always,
Don't always have to be a superstar when it comes to things.
Girl, you guys are superstar now, right? No matter what. Fucker, don't you dare. Okay. Yes, yes.
And we're done. So let me just turn off the guide. Let me copy Haru over here. Just
Haru is long.
Haru is long.
I did not anticipate how long
I
Haru is.
told you Haru is long.
Haru.
You respect it, but you didn't expect it.
Yeah. But
What happened now?
or
Oh no.
okay.
Oh shit! I forgot her hands. Oh, just hands. Don't really have a good reference for her fingers. I think it's just a feeling.
Long man.
Oh, I realized I drew her hair in a completely different, her body in a completely different thing. That's actually where I used. Completely different layer.
Oh,
What?
like,
Yeah. I think I separated it because I needed to draw something
oh,
else.
okay. Oh, nice.
Dude!
What?
Guys, make Lisa regret her decision to say that.
No, but like that's the thing that he said in the game.
Flip that, guys.
What? Oh. I feel like this must be a voice or and then like whilst he's like Ghibli art style, you just hear nice ka. You have to wonder, wait, where is that coming from? You look to the screen. No. There's something to distract them. Aside from nice cock. Hey Jason.
Hey, Jason.
I'm back. I mean, I could always say, I got 3 watermelons.
There you go.
Oh, my audio keeps
My-
going. Oh my god. Our audio must be like low. I mean, rather our like might not be like. Okay.
Here we go.
So yeah, I think like I think a good choice for
For, Ash.
her hair is a little pointier. So a lot of other Ghibli.
But yeah, again, guys, this is again like, what? 3 hours study? I'm not saying that it's perfectly Ghibli, but like, I'm
It's like
proud
a
of that. Like, that to me is pretty good. Hairline needs to be higher. Oh, it's. I mean, I guess.
I think, like if you guys like
Yeah,
that's,
like, you know, like, if you guys have any comments on it, like, definitely let us know. But like, I can go back and fix it. But Ash's forehead is relatively big. Now that I realize it. Kind of like Lisa. Good looking for. Okay, so Lisa's doing the first technique we tried, guys, where she's just eyeing things. Yeah,
Just wanna,
it's
like-
valid. It's valid.
like if it's something that
Yeah. As you guys can see here, Lisa's also Lisa also did the method where she scratches out like line art on top of the art just to measure for herself. That's also a very like a very valid way to get measurements. It's not the most accurate, but
it's not.
It's not, but it does help if you know what you're doing. After this, you can probably you can also probably draw the request. We may not take up too many requests. Though it says there's a post art stream goal. One, it's almost well, no, actually, no, it's midnight. That's one. And two, like this is kind of a post art stream at this point, like the ultimate post art stream.
The entire stream.
Are we doing Ash? Okay. I'm gonna restart your game. I turn to like, hello there, corrupted Lucas. Wait, are you corrupted or corruption? I'm confused now.
You're the one who keeps saying corruption. I said corrupted.
I'm confused now.
That is your...
I'm so sorry. Either way, yeah, like I'm gonna decompress now. Hope you guys learned something. Ash has a perfect 45-degree.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Hey, I draw Ash quite frequently. When it comes to like being on model and animation and stuff, because I'm the one who does the cleaner animations. So I know my baby, okay? I know my baby. Oh, you wanna tell the story of how we found how we were eating at a Denny's and the waitress looked exactly like Ash?
Actually, yeah.
Okay, so like we were eating at a Denny's a couple of weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, I think. And one of the weird things that we experienced there was, the waitress that waited on us, she was wearing a maroon red shirt, like, you know, Ash, and she had like what's called a like red dye, like red hair dye on her, like
Strawberry blonde hair.
Strawberry blonde hair, almost red. And her head was perfectly the shape of Ash's head. She was also petite, like in terms of stature and like height. And we were just like, the only thing missing from her was the glasses. But both of us were just freaking out because this was like, I think around 8 p.m. We decided to like go out to like draw and like conceptualize some stuff for the channel. And we were talking about Ash at the time. And then suddenly she came up, and we were both like, holy shit, the Koffeine Cafe is real. Holy crap, it's not just a YouTube channel anymore. The universes, they're colliding! She must have found it very weird that we were just staring at her all night. We were also sketching, and like, I don't know, at a certain point, I guess I was just staring at her for too long. Like, I was like, this is perfect reference for Ash.
Actually, fun fact about like that too, unless the glasses.
Yes and no. When it comes to animation, only when it's 3/4. Because the frames are drawn in such a way that they're very what's it called? They're very thick. Yeah, it's a cheat.
I'd like this thing. They work.
Oh, they clip on the bridge of your nose, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Those are real things, yeah. Koffeine is manifesting. Yes! The more you guys like and comment, the more we become real. We're no longer part of the fictional isle. longer fiction. What?
I have not.
That's true.
Not as precise.
Yeah.
Is the better word.
My only advice is if you guys are gonna study any art style, don't worry too much about being perfect unless you're actually working. Learn as much as you can from it so that you can incorporate it into your own.
Not perfect, but like it's look. Right. Up there, but like.
Yeah, the eyes are a little low, but
They're
yeah,
low.
it's pretty good. Yeah. Raise me up. Know that from Romeo. I come from school with a lot of.
Fantastic answer. Uninterrupted.
Okay, so that kind of concludes the learning segment. We're gonna go into the requests now. We only have one request right now. If you guys want, we will be taking up some, not a lot though, but whatever we get while we're drawing here. We're not gonna do a lot because it is getting late.
Getting hot in here.
Let's get it started in here. What? Who's the merge? You mean? You mean? Dude, my eyes burn. I think I need to lower my tablet
Your
settings.
screen is actually.
Yeah, my eyes burn.
Laptop to get like.
Oh no, that's because it's always configured to streams. I like keeping my brightness low actually. It's because we're using it for streams. And I actually do turn on the. But you meant the tablet. And that I need to adjust.
All disappointed.
Okay. Er, er. Er. Damn it. What? God damn it. And push it, push it. There you go. Fuck! Watermelon taunting Z. Why do you guys wanna? You guys want, like, suffer more with this game? I don't understand. Maybe it's best that I don't. Maybe. Is my suffering just entertainment for you guys? Of course it is for stream.
Yes, of course it is for streamers. Yeah. It's kind of like.
Simply put, that's what we signed up for.
Yeah.
I don't even have to draw it right now. It's happening IRL. Ave Maria. Oh god. It's actual fruits.
Actual fruit.
I got it last time! Like, literally the last stream!
Yeah. When was it?
Like, literally the last stream we had is like an after stream, but like, god damn it, I have proof, okay, I have proof.
Way funnier.
You guys are throwing me off. You guys are throwing me off here.
Who else is throwing?
My mojo is really, like, being dampened right now, bro. I'm going muscle man.
Why?
Why am I going muscle man here? You know who else is going muscle man? My mom! Fuck, oh well. Ah, fuck, my eyes. Bella's doing something goofy. Something goofy. That the that the what's it called, the request? Okay.
It's AI edited. It's so obvious. Oh, yeah.
What's the request again?
It's
Secretly?
Bella's Dollhouse Beat.
Okay. Thank you for the request. Here's Bellows doing a little barbecue. So would you like your burgers medium rare or well done? Burger! Burger's origin story.
Bella's.
Okay, well that's it from us for now. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna skedaddle. My eyes genuinely hurt right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys again. We'll let you guys know what the schedule is. It's a little weird right now because like we don't know what's going to happen this weekend. But like yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Fries with extra ketchup. Well, Bellows doesn't want to make fries with extra ketchup. Only fries. No ketchup. Not even salt. It's just fried potato sticks.
Potato.